Hey guys, welcome back to Kal Soups 808. In today's video we have not one, not two, but three awesome Masters of the Universe statues for you. MER-MAN, Trapjaw and Man-E-Faces, all in 1/10 from Iron Studios. But before we get into it, a quick word from our sponsor. I believe his name is Skeletor.
Smash that f***ing like button, you blundering boob! That's right, I'm calling you a tit!
I mean, that's kind of rude, but sound advice, hit that like button.
But seriously guys, if you appreciate content like this, you clicking the like button really does help me out. I really do appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Man, it seems like I have covered a lot of MOTU stuff lately. We are getting spoiled with Tweeterhead's beautiful line of statues, PCS doing some stuff, and Iron Studios doing these fantastic 1/10 statues of all the different Masters of the Universe characters. But you know what? In my experience, you can never have too much MOTU. And this video focuses on the latest three bad guy reveals from Iron Studios, three characters that are quite near and dear to my heart. MER-MAN, Trapjaw and Man-E-Faces. So starting off with MER-MAN, the pose is okay. I like it. It probably could have been a little better. I don't really know what else I would have done. But it's something a little bit different. He's kind of like leaning forward, ready to pounce with his 1 foot up on those rocks and the coral there on the rocks. I like it. Yeah, he's ready to spring into action. I mean, I'm not usually a massive fan of statues that lean heavily in one particular direction. But these statues are actually quite small and light, and this base is quite meaty, so it tells me that the engineering might be there, so it doesn't lean in the future. So let's have a look at the sculpt. So yeah, for a 1/10 scale, we've got some scales on this guy, and then we've got a nice aggressive look on his face, that furrowed brow, with those jagged shark-like teeth, with some nice detail on them and behind them with the tongue, and it's got some nice shading on the lips there. Looking really good. The coloration, the paint job on this thing, very, very nice. The base has got some greys and purples, and then some browns with the kind of coral kind of sea growths there. Yeah, and then he's got that blue, what's probably going to be like a clear resin or a plastic jewel in his trident. Very nice. I'm liking this piece overall. And as always, we'll look at some dimensions here. So we have 10.6 inches in height, 9 inches in width, and 6.7 inches deep. And all these three statues are expected delivery around the same time, October 2023 to December 2023. MER-MAN and Trapjaw are coming in at $180 US each. Man-E-Faces will be $200, an extra $20, but I'll show you why that is in a second. And then we'll move on to fan favourite Trapjaw. And Trapjaw is such an awesome character, but then all these villains are. What I used to love about them is just how they were also dedicated to Skeletor and worshipped him, and then he just treated them all like crap, and and they're all a little bit dumb in their own right. But Trapjaw was an awesome character, so this statue represents him in a really nice way, I think. Again, a bit of a leany pose, a bit of a forward leany pose. I'm not too happy about that, but it's a minor nitpick. Again, meaty base, engineering is probably going to be there, so probably don't have to worry too much about leaning, but I kind of like my characters to be kind of straight up. But great coloration. Nice texturing on those fur trunks there. There's a switch out option. You've got this hook and there's a really nice paintwork on that, so it's kind of like red but battle damaged, so you can like see the silver. So there's probably some dry brushing techniques in there, I think. And then this gun, which is all kind of like scratched and scraped up. Speaking of scratches and scrapes, there's his belt and his armor with Skeletor's logo on his belt, and all those scratch marks. So he's definitely been through the wars, this guy. And on his helmet as well, same thing. So there's they could have gone with a very clean option for Trapjaw, but I do like how they've got the kind of damaged metallic look to him all over. Expression on the face is nice. The pose is nice, I think. When we look at it from certain angles, it doesn't look like it leans too much, but when we look at this one particular angle, it does look a little bit leany. But you know, nitpicking. Overall though, nice sculpt, great muscularity, cartoony, not too realistic, but nothing over the top. We've got the nice realistic add-ons of the damaged metal and armor. And now we move on to the third and final statue in this video, Man-E-Faces. Now, Man-E-Faces has a very special place in my heart, because when I was a kid I had pretty much all these MOTU figures. And I love the fact that he had the 3 faces that you could actually turn the knob on his head and switch out. This is no different, just in statue form. So this takes me back to my childhood with the old Mattel figures, which I loved. So that's kind of cool. I really do wish I had all those Mattel figures, but unfortunately I think my mum threw them all away. I need to have words with that woman about that. Again though, with this, the very first thing I notice is leany pulse, forward leaning. What is this? I don't know, Iron Studios, like, why are you going in this direction? But I do love pretty much everything else about the statue. The sculpt looks great. I notice all these pieces have like 1 foot up on a rock and they're kind of like lunging forward. That's a pretty consistent art style, I think, and direction that they want to go with this line. So I mean, fair enough. I just hope that they don't end up having engineering issues later. But as I alluded to earlier, the thing I love about Man-E-Faces here is you can turn that knob on his head and you've got the 3 faces. You've got the regular kind of human cyborg looking head. You've got his, what I like to call the Green Goblin head, and then you've got this kind of like robotic face. Really, really cool. I remember that was one of my favourite Masters of the Universe toys as a kid, just because you got to do that. I do like this base, very simple, mechanical, industrial, futuristic kind of base with its silvers. And yeah, but then his armour, like Trapjaw, has some battle damage, so some like some of those scrapes and scratches there, some imperfections, which I kind of dig. I like that. Again, it shows that he's battle worn, and there's even 1 or 2 scrapes and scratches on the base there. Yeah, very nice. Nice body sculpt, lovely paint, love the metallic blues in the armor. I love the kind of switch out faces option, and all you have to do is turn the little knob. So that's why it's an extra $20. I think totally worth it. You get these 3 different portraits, so you can display whatever face you want there, depending on your mood. I dig it. I really dig this statue. I dig all 3 of them. I'm not entirely convinced about, like I've mentioned, the leaning. Yeah, I don't really know why Iron Studios are doing that. But overall, 3 cool statues that I really like the look of. The awesome thing is 180 or $200, whichever, is very, very reasonable for a cool statue like this of Masters of the Universe, and it's going to allow many people who are just getting started in this hobby to have like a whole line, rather than you know, having to buy quarter scale or third scale. Seems to be the thing these days, and they're ridiculously expensive. So there's no way you could, or most people, most normal mortals, could afford a Masters of the Universe line in quarter or third scale. I'm one of those people. So this 1/10 line, I dig. Nice and affordable. Will you be getting this? What do you think, guys? Do you like these statues? Comment below. Also, guys, if you found any enjoyment or use or value, whatever, in this video. Please hit that like if you haven't done so already. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. That way you don't miss out on any future content. If you're a MOTU fan, there's lots of other MOTU related content and more on this channel. Alright guys, thank you so much, and with that said, I will see you in the next video.